What does it mean to live together?
On this land.
In this place?
Burnt Thicket Theater presents
We Treaty People. Audio dramas exploring what it means to embrace all our relations.
This week's episode was written by Joelle Peters, performed by Nicole, Akan, Sam Flamont, Kristin Friday, and Liz Johnson. Directed by Dawn Bird, with dramaturgy by Yvette Nolan. Original theme music by Daryl Doslaw, with Jordan Daniels, Marco Kitchita, and Donnie Spadell. Recording, editing, and sound design by me, Tim Bratton.
And now, recorded on Treaty 6 territory, we bring you Do You Remember?
I never imagined myself leaving home. I always thought I'd find that small town love, settle down, get a 9-to-5 job I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. You know, that stability shit. I took a year off after high school ended. What's that called? A gap year? Victory lap? No, that's when you go back to school, grade 13. Whatever. Anyway, that year, a few months before my grandma passed, she gave away or split up her IRS settlement money between all the cousins. The next generation. So I took that money and I ran. I couldn't imagine this place without her. The thought of it started to eat away at me. The morning after her service, I booked a flight to Vancouver. The Couve. She always wanted to see it. So I went. For both of us. And I never came back. Till today. In and out, pop in, see the people you need to, avoid the ones you don't, stop by Paula and her family's table to give your condolences, mention the long drive, your exhaustion, excuse yourself to the restroom, then slip out quietly while everyone's loading up on food. No, right before they say grace, when everyone bows their head and closes their eyes. Easy peasy.
Hey, you got a light?
A what?
A light.
Your smoke is already lit.
Oh no, I mean a light, like on your phone.
Oh, yeah? What for?
None of your business.
I'm not just gonna hand you my phone without knowing why you want it.
Why not?
What if you steal it?
Why would I do that? Besides, look at my leg. Can't exactly make a speedy getaway these days.
Oh, that's quite the cast. How'd that happen?
There's probably an episode about casts on how it's made.
No, I meant... Never mind. Here, I'll just turn the flashlight on.
Thanks, eh? I really need brighter lights out here. Now, let's see here. Hey, can I make a quick call on this thing?
May as well.
Hello? I'm just kidding, I'm not around. Please leave a name and message after the tone. Bye. Hey, it's Porkchop. Yeah, I left that bucket of chicken on the kitchen counter. The one I was supposed to bring over to the hall. Can you toss that in the fridge? We'll just eat it when I get back. Thanks. Oh, this is... Sorry, what's your name again?
Mouse.
Who's your mom?
Sherry, right?
Right on! Yeah, this is Cher Bear's kid's phone. I'll bring you back a plate. Okay, bye. Pretty fancy device. So, Mouse, are you the one that lives over in BC? I remember Cher Bear saying one of her kids is out there.
Vancouver. Yeah, I've been there a few years now. Got a job working at this new, marketing agency.
Holy, I didn't ask for your life story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just messing with ya. Well, better get in there before all the good spots are taken. Thanks for the light, eh?
Not so fast, Porkchop. I see you.
Hey, Paula. How you doing? My condolences to you and your family. Your sister was a real good one.
Uh-huh. You know you're not supposed to be walking around on that leg. Where's your crutches?
Come on, Paula. You're off the clock. This is a feast, not the clinic.
Yeah, well, it's clients like you that make clinic days more difficult. Now go in and sit down.
On it.
You got a light?
Got a flashlight.
Why would I want that?
Sorry, no.
Lent mine out earlier. You know how that goes.
You never see it again.
How you been?
I've been good. Busy, you know.
Not really.
Paula.
You stopped calling a long time ago.
I know.
Thought I did something wrong.
You didn't, I swear.
I know I didn't.
Life just got away from me. And after a couple years passed, I don't know, it felt weird trying to get in touch again.
Huh. You look good. It'd be nice to catch up after.
Yeah, I know for sure. And you too, Polly. Wow, working at the clinic? I remember that being a dream of yours. All right, then.
Cha, imagine if I did that. Just slam the door on you.
Yeah.
Well, come on then. It's cold out here. I think I saw an open spot at Caroline's table. We can sit there.
Do you remember?
Do you remember?
Do you remember the time?
The time?
The time we skipped fourth period?
When didn't we skip fourth period?
Fourth period sucked.
Except when it didn't.
Like when we had that substitute teacher with the eyebrows.
Remember Chuck's fries and gravy?
Holy shit.
Do I?
Ooh, what I would do for Chuck's fries and gravy right now.
Remember the summer of sleepovers?
The endless sleepovers.
With no sleeping.
Only snacks and movies.
And talking about our crushes?
Prank calls.
Sneaking out to walk around.
Do you remember?
I remember.
Do you remember that time we
Drank slush puffies at midnight.
I can still feel that brain freeze.
and we played Guitar Hero till our fingers hurt?
The color started to wear on the controllers where we pressed our fingers.
For hours on end.
Hit me with your best shot.
Fire away!
Ooh.
Barracuda.
Do you remember the times we fought?
No.
I don't either.
Because we didn't.
Didn't we?
We got pissed sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you'd really get on my nerves.
Me?
No, her.
What about me?
What about you?
Hey, do you remember the time my parents split up?
They did?
Twice.
When?
Does it matter?
It should.
It's fine.
We're sorry.
I said it's...
No, we should have been there.
You were there.
Not really.
It's fine. It's fine. I said it was fine, so it's fine.
Let's just forget about it.
Forget this ever happened.
Okay.
Let's never address it again.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Remember the time we... Hey, is anyone sitting here?
Nope. Not right now, anyway.
Should I find another table? Paula told me to sit here.
Up to you.
Do we have to play this game, Care?
What game?
Never mind. So, how are you?
Good.
Yeah?
Well, good enough, given we put Becca to rest this afternoon.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't make it for the service. I bet it was nice.
Nice enough.
I planned to be here this morning. Yesterday, actually. But my flight was delayed, and there's this huge line for car rentals and then traffic on the highway.
This is weird.
What is?
You, being here.
I wanted to pay my respects.
You barely knew her.
We all grew up together.
Do you even know how she died?
No.
See? Weird. Do you do this in Vancouver?
Do what?
Go to random people's funerals.
I couldn't not come.
Yeah, you could have.
Care.
Caroline. I'm gonna go see if Polly needs any help. I found out I had diabetes the day after my 12th birthday. Solid birthday present. I was so scared. Pretty well all the adults in my family have it, but I was the first of my cousins, the youngest. I begged my mom not to tell anybody, and she said, "Don't worry, I only told your auntie." But that's how it always starts, like wildfire. It grows, and pretty soon the other kids in class are throwing candy at you as you cower in the corner trying not to cry. Kids are dicks. Not long after my diagnosis, Nick Jonas wrote a song about him finding out he had diabetes too. And I listened to it on repeat for a solid week. I accepted the fact that we were both dying, and it sucked. Until Mouse and Polly said we were kind of being dramatic. Our diagnosis wasn't a death sentence. Mouse and Polly helped me learn how to take care of myself, how to check my blood sugar, take my insulin, stuff like that. They went with me to my checkup appointments, sat outside waiting. This one time, Polly wrote a speech for English about diabetes, type 1 and 2, in my honor. That was a little weird, but nice. Seeing how much she cared, and the three of us learned to navigate my mood swings. I wouldn't have been able to do all that without them. Well, no, I would have, but it was nice to know I wasn't alone, eh?
Care, can you throw some of that mac and cheese on my plate?
Oh, I'll take some too.
Thanks.
Ooh, neon green coleslaw. A feast table staple. Becca would have loved that.
It's practically glowing, radioactive.
Not everyone has the time to cook all day.
But coleslaw takes 5 minutes tops.
You don't even cook it, just throw it in a bowl.
I don't see any of your fancy-ass Tupperware here, Mouse. Where's your contribution?
I live halfway across the country.
Could have had your dad drop something off. He lives right up the road.
You know I don't talk to him anymore.
How the hell would I know that? Polly, did you know that?
I don't care. Do we need to do this right now?
And stop calling me that.
It's your name.
No, it's Caroline. Stop trying to pick up where we left off like we're reunited war buddies.
Hey.
What, Paula?
I had flowers delivered. I couldn't get away from work any sooner because we've got this big deadline coming up and...
Shocker!
Yeah, I have a life. Shocking. How dare I, hey?
Hey.
What, Paula?
Excuse me.
Kind of rude to cut in front of all these people, Porkchop.
Can one of yous toss a dinner roll on my plate?
There's no room on your plate for a dinner roll.
Not with that attitude.
Here, Porkchop. Now go sit back down.
Chamigs! Whoa, hold on a second. Might need 2 hands to ensure this plate's safety. Hey, nephew, come help your uncle with his plate.
You're holding up the line.
Anyone want some of these baked beans?
Actually, yeah, I'll take some.
Is that bacon on top? No thanks. I don't eat pork.
Almost gotta make it about you, eh? Even at a funeral.
Excuse you?
All right, nephew. Let's leave these gals to their conversation. Head back over to the table with Auntie Marge. You got it?
It's like that time I wrote that short story in grade 9, and you had to go steal my idea.
Oh, here we go again.
Or that time Jeremy Baker started texting me.
This is so like you. You hold on to these minuscule moments that people don't look so great in or make a mistake and you throw them back in people's faces.
You didn't even like Jeremy.
You didn't either.
Almost forgot. Can't have a dinner roll without some butter, eh?
Oh my
Excuse me.
God.
Sorry.
Can we
Just gonna
continue
sneak
this
past
conversation somewhere else?
you. Whoa. Watch your back.
You never really think about doing things for the last time, seeing people for the last time. In our language, we don't even officially have a word to say goodbye. It's more like see you later or see you again. The last time I saw my sister was in the parking lot outside the clinic. She was wearing my sweater, the one with the thumb holes. You told me you didn't know where it was, I yelled at her. She laughed and gave me the finger. I shook my fist at her like I was some cartoon character. Never done that before. Snooze, you lose, she yelled back as she walked into the convenience store next to the clinic, probably going to buy hot chips. What the hell does snooze, you lose mean in that situation? It was my thumbhole sweater, not hers. Snooze, you lose doesn't count. They found her car a couple hours later, crashed up at the point. It was foggy that day. Drove into the ditch and flipped over. Same ditch she always told me to watch out for when she was teaching me how to drive. This turn sneaks up on you, she said. Her reports came back clean. No drugs. No alcohol. We knew there wouldn't be, but, gotta make sure. Mom thinks maybe she swerved around something on the road and, with the fog, lost control. It's hard to say. Harder to think about, so we try not to. Never got my sweater back. I wish I still had it. Not because I want to wear it, but maybe she'd still be here. If she never wore it that day. I don't know. Is that dumb? I hate goodbyes. Always have. But if I'd known that would have been the last time I saw her. Huh. Can someone pass the salt? Thanks. Why does no one ever cook the turkey right at these things? It's always so damn dry.
You're the one that put it on your plate.
I know, but I was trying to take a little bit of everything. People think you're stuck up if they don't see you loading up your plate.
They can get over themselves. Your family's
Paula,
grieving.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to take up so much space today.
It's what you do, Mouse.
I'm not trying to. If anything, I hoped we could find a way to move forward.
Move forward?
Yes.
You haven't been home in 8 years, let alone reach out to either of us. You can move forward on your own. You gotta be pretty good at it by now.
Oh my God, did you ever think in those 8 years about how lonely I felt?
Lonely? No, didn't think about that. Been a bit busy living my life to sit around wondering what some girl on the West Coast is doing.
I'll have you know it isn't easy packing up your entire life and moving across the country. I didn't have anybody to lean on, just myself. It was really hard.
Oh, poor Mouse. Well, thank you very much for coming all this way to tell us about your struggles. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go check on the desserts.
This is exactly why I didn't want to come back.
She's missed you, We both have.
Not really the vibes I'm getting here.
It wasn't the same after you left.
I know.
Did you know she had a kid?
Caroline?
Yeah. Had to give her up for adoption. Couldn't take care of her. We were both in school back then.
Oh my God, I had no idea. When was that?
Like a year after you left? We tried calling you, but that robot lady said your number was no longer in service.
I got a new number.
Figured.
How did she take it?
Not good.
I figured. Who was the dad?
Never told me.
Never told you because it didn't matter. And it was my business, not yours.
Caroline, I'm so sorry. That must have been hard.
Yeah, it was.
Do you know where she is now?
No, I don't.
So, how have you really been, Mouse?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's it like out there? What do you do for work?
I work at a marketing agency.
That's cool. What do you market?
Oh, we have a ton of different clients. We just moved into a larger office, and that's why I can't stay longer. It's pretty hectic right now.
I never knew you wanted to become a marketer.
I work in client management. It's not something I ever thought about doing here, but it's a lot of fun there. I'm really happy.
A bit of a brighter picture than the one you were painting earlier.
I guess I didn't know how to bring it up without making it seem like I was rubbing it in your faces.
You didn't think we'd be happy for you?
I didn't know what to think.
I'll admit, for a while, I hoped you were crashing and burning out there. That you come back like, Polly, I'm sorry I ghosted you. Please forgive me.
It just sucked because neither of us knew you were thinking about leaving.
It happened so fast. After my grandma passed, it was like something clicked. It was all I could think about. And I knew if I didn't leave right then and there, I never would. I promised myself that when I came back, I'd have something to show for the time I'd been gone. I didn't want to look like a failure. So I've been working my ass off. But now that I'm here and I'm telling you about it, it doesn't feel the way I thought it would.
Because you thought you had something to prove, but you don't.
I used to think we'd all grow old together.
I thought that too.
Yep.
I'm glad you're doing well out there, Mouse.
Me too.
Thanks.
Nobody touched the cake I made. So here, You two get to be the test subjects.
You bake now?
Just started.
She is real good at it. She just made a cake for my work staff appreciation thing a few weeks ago.
Do you ship to BC?
Nah, local delivery only.
Looks like I'll have to come visit more often.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Let her finish her thought.
Oops.
Do you remember that night we went to the skate park?
We laid side by side on the ramp,
Looking up at the stars.
Telling stories.
sharing secrets.
Laughing.
Crying?
You did, you big baby.
Shut up, I am not.
Feeling limitless.
Like our lives were just beginning.
Feeling free.
Like anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
We didn't know where our lives would lead us.
I was too scared to find out.
Me too.
Same.
But in that moment,
We were.
We were.
we were together.
We were invincible.
For a while, at least.
Until we had to go home.
But the moon,
The moon was so bright that night.
And we all watched it until we fell asleep.
I know.
I know, because we talked about it the next day.
Friendships are hard. If you ever find yourself out my way, give me a call.
Or you could call us.
I will. Promise.
Can we hug?
Let's take a second for Becca.
Like a moment of silence?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Miigwech.
You really can't stay?
I have to drive back to the airport early tomorrow.
Well, can we get breakfast or something?
I have to work at 10.
Shit. Me too at 9.
I gotta be out the door by 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess we'll see you when we see you.
I didn't know how all this would go. I didn't think either of you would talk to me. Otherwise,
it's okay.
Really?
no way! There were so many things we left unsaid that day, but it feels okay. I haven't spoken to Caroline and Paula since. They never called or texted. I didn't either. We like each other's posts, though. I guess that's something. And who knows, maybe next time I'm around, we...
Did I think we'd become friends again? No. Do I wish we would have? A little.
Your friends growing up, they see you. They see you when you pee your pants on the playground because you're laughing too hard. They see you when you're learning to swim. They see you when you try your first alcoholic drink and you're paranoid about your parents finding out. They see you cry over your first crush when you find out that they like someone else. They see you at your first concert, your first dance recital, your cousin's birthday barbecue, your sister's funeral. You're there for so many firsts. It doesn't cross your mind that you're also seeing the end of your childhood, your steps toward growing up.
We Treaty People is a production of Burnt Thicket Theatre.
Support our work with a donation and learn more about the artists at burnthicket.com. Special thanks go to the Canada Council for making this project possible.
And to our season sponsors, Shercom Industries and SK Arts. This work was gratefully created on Treaty 6 territory and on the homeland of the Métis.
Join us next time for a conversation with the artists about this episode of We Treaty People.